weirdness.
What's up, everybody? My name is Shantoria. Welcome to the video, and I pray you all are doing well. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and are having a great start to your new year. 2023 was a great time for cinema, specifically for the ladies and Alan. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour broke many records, not just in music. Beyonce's Renaissance film broke holiday records, and J-Lo is preparing to release her own documentary, so I felt it was only right to dive into the world of concert... I'm sorry. So I felt it was only right to talk about the world of concert films and why an artist would want to do one. Okay, so for this section, I want to build into concert films and briefly, very briefly, talk about the invention of video cameras, because it took a good bit of a century before they were available to the general public. Louis Le Prince's single-lens camera, created in 1888, is credited to be the earliest documented with video footage. And honestly, when I think of old cameras, I instantly am transported to the scene where Jane is teaching Tarzan about strangers like him. No, just me? That's fine. All right. The camera that we see in the film was possibly the cinematograph, invented by brothers Auguste and Louis Lumiere. It was a film camera that also functioned as a photo developer and projector. Sorry if I said their names wrong. Video cameras became accessible to filmmakers in the 1900s, and there was a boom in silent black and white films and theater screenings. The film Don Juan in 1926 and The Jazz Singer in 1927 from Warner Brothers were one of the first films to have sound. Though in The Jazz Singer, it was in small fragments throughout, and if you'd like to see the movie poster for this film, search it yourself. I warn you now, it includes blackface, and I refuse to display that on my channel. And speaking of jazz, one of the earliest known jazz films is Jazz on a Summer's Day in 1959, and it was filmed during the 5th annual Newport Jazz Festival. In 1944's Adventures in Music is one of the earliest known concert films and was directed by Reginald Le Bourg, Ernest Matre, and S.K. Winston. And it was in the 1950s up until the 70s when seeing video footage of an artist was not a common thing at all. Not like how it is today, when it literally is a part of a way an artist is promoting their newest project or tour. Many people did not own a video camera or recorder to tape and watch shows, and that wasn't until JVC released their video cassette recorder, or VCR, that allowed people to tape and view from home. Really, any kind of home video, and I so love watching home videos. The nostalgia! It went from the VCR to handheld camcorders and to digital when Sony released their charge coupled device camera, or CCD camera, in 1983. Now, the advancements in cameras and technology is what really made it possible for artists to create music videos, and it was very much popularized by the network MTV, which made it even more essential, well, just as essential really, for an artist to have a great music video to promote the song, as well as promoting it onto radio. And having a great camera or camera lens is essential to bringing the music video or film to life. And I believe that it is the advancements of technology as well as the talents involved that allows concerts to be as immersive and like you are there as much as possible without really being there. And also it helps when, you know, the crowd, it is a live show that they are recording, and then the crowd just amplifies it even more. It also costs way more nowadays to go see your favorite artist in concert than it did back even as early as the 90s. So, and the 90s weren't that long ago, okay, people? All the 90s, I'm 99, baby. The 90s were not that long ago. But even since back then, you know, the price of concert tickets have gone crazy sky high. So for an artist to actually take the time and money, really, to fund filming the concert, filming one of their shows or a few of their shows, to combine them into one film for people to go see in a theater, I feel is a great option for those who want to see their favorite artist perform but can't afford to. And another great option is live stream concerts, which I have talked about in a video. I'll link it up here, and it will also be linked at the end of this video. I say live stream concerts and the film concerts are great options, not necessarily a substitution, because nothing really can substitute seeing your favorite artist live in person, them singing your favorite songs right in front of you. Nothing can replace that. But I think, live streaming concerts and, film concerts are a great option. And what's funny is that I filmed that video and I didn't even think about going to the cinema to see a concert film, which is which was my only concert experience for a long time until I was able to go as a teenager. Let's assess why an artist would want to do a concert film. What's so great about concert films and why I love them so much is that it just doesn't have to be the show itself. The artist can take you behind the scenes, show you how they put together the show you how they created the album, what drives them in music, how they got started. And your cousin is Whitney Houston. Just casually slide that in there, Dionne Warwick. By the way, I highly recommend you guys go watch Dionne Warwick's documentary. I think it's on HBO Max. Oh no, it's just called Max now, I'm sorry. But it was HBO, but you know what I'm talking about. It's on Max. I highly recommend you go watch it, as well as Donna Summer, as well as Tina Turner. I am in love with documentaries, docu-series, every single one of them. I almost watched all of Justin Bieber's mini documentaries. I almost did. I didn't watch the one on Amazon. I didn't watch that one, but the last one I watched was his YouTube series. That was it. Wait, I've never seen Never Say Never. And I guess I should never say never to never sing Never Say Never. Maybe if he comes out with another movie, I'll watch it. But my point is, I enjoy seeing the creative process of an artist and just seeing how they work in the environment, how they come up with their ideas. And I don't know, I just love seeing the creative process, especially whenever I see artists upload themselves in studios and recording. If you've seen any of Ariana Grande's studio footage, I love watching it. I just watch it over and over again. I just love watching studio footage. I just love seeing an artist's creative process, and it's everything. And the first show that I went to that was my tush in a theater seat was Katy Perry's Part of Me, and I walked out of that theater feeling so inspired, feeling so encouraged to expand my creativity, explore my creativity. And I just became an even bigger fan of Katy Perry. And my aunt was the one who took me. I don't know if she was a fan beforehand, but hopefully she left that theater being a fan as well. That's a huge key thing. Maybe this going to see an artist in theaters is your first introduction to that artist. Maybe you're taking your cousin Whitney Houston to go see an artist. Maybe that's the case. And I'm pretty sure that was the case for people going to take their little sister or one of their female friends. Maybe you're a dude too. I don't know. I won't judge. He's an artist. But maybe going to see Justin Bieber's Never Say Never was your first introduction to Justin. I would say a majority of people's introduction to Justin Bieber. So this is possibly true if you only heard a little bit or none of his music up until that point. Went to go see the Karate Kid and heard his song Never Say Never with Jaden Smith. He soon went on tour soon after that. And towards the end of his tour, he released the film Never Say Never. If you haven't heard of Justin Bieber up until this point, he was kind of hard to ignore.
It's gonna be swag. It's gonna be swag. Yeah. One word to describe it, swag.
A lot of, young girls were into him back then. He was getting a lot of unnecessary hate. Y'all just mad because he had your baby, oh, in a chokehold with that song. I'm just clowning. And Justin Bieber's Never Say Never grossed $99 million, and it was the highest grossing concert film domestically in the US up until 2023 of last year. Crazy. Up until then, when Taylor Swift took his crown, Michael Jackson's This Is It is still the highest grossing concert film internationally. But I think Michael in total still is the highest grossing one, no? It is no longer Michael Jackson. Taylor has recently passed him. Miss Swift's film cost $15 million to make, and the Eras Tour grossed over $200 million globally at the box office, and was the first concert film to top the domestic box office for 2 weeks. And the longest before then was Hannah Montana, Best of Both Worlds, and Michael Jackson's This Is It. Both were tied for 1 week. That's not it, y'all. That's not it, because we're talking about Taylor Swift here. She has to break more than one record. The film broke single day records and grossed $92.8 million opening weekend. And in the music world, the Eras Tour is now the highest grossing tour ever, and the first tour to cross $1 billion. Honestly, I truly believe that Taylor Swift's career should be a class in music business. It should be a chapter, at least 1 or 2 chapters, because she literally has made a career built off of, capitalizing off of controversy and scandal, and it's just top tier. It needs to be a class. I'm so serious. I would be studying this. What class are you going to? I'm going to Taylor Swift class. Imagine going to Taylor Swift class. How many Swifties would be in that class? I'm sorry, I got way too hyper. But yes, Taylor Swift has an extensive career, and I would love to study it. But who also had a film come out during this holiday season was Miss Beyonce herself. Beyonce's Renaissance film was the first film in 20 years to gross more than $20 million opening weekend after Thanksgiving since The Last Samurai, which is crazy, but awesome that she took that title. And at the time for researching this video, Beyonce's Renaissance film has grossed over $40 million so far. And I believe that is domestically, if I'm not mistaken. The Renaissance tour is also the 7th highest grossing tour, I believe. Or is it, the 7th or the 8th? Oh no, it might be the 7th highest grossing concert film. But I think it's the 6th highest grossing concert ever. And I believe most if not all the spots before Taylor and Beyonce were British artists, were European artists. So the US is getting in there. We claimed a few spots. We claimed very few spots, but we in there now. We in there. And I feel that with the distribution deal Beyonce and Taylor Swift were able to acquire for their films will have a domino effect, not just with other artists who want to put out their own, but possibly even the rest of the film industry. Now, this section may not be the longest, but I feel like is possibly the most interesting. And like I said, Taylor Swift capitalizes on the scandal and the controversy within her career. And, we love a boss lady. We love boss lady moves. So Taylor Swift was able to work out a distribution deal with AMC and Cinemark theaters. And according to Variety, was able to keep 57% of ticket sales. And Beyonce worked out an exclusive deal with AMC Theaters and was able to take around 50% of box office earnings. Beyonce also wrote, produced, and directed her film, so I'm pretty sure that 50% box office earnings was extra special for her. And again, hand clap. And I think that film also has behind the scene footage and everything as well. I'm just so happy for these ladies. I really am. And at the time of writing this script, I did not know that the Renaissance film was exclusively for AMC theaters. So I keep going to different theaters trying to find it, and I can't find it. Even after researching this, honestly, it didn't still click in my head until going over the script. I'm like, oh, so I say this because it's unfortunate. I wasn't able to see Beyonce's Renaissance film before making this video. I've seen Taylor's. I saw Beachella. I know it's not the same, but I don't know what streaming service it may come on. Hopefully maybe HBO or something. Or maybe she worked out a deal with Netflix again. I don't know. Just know that I'm going to watch it. I want to see it because I know it's going to be a great show. I saw Taylor's. It was a great show. I just feel like if you are not a Taylor Swift fan, the movie started to drag after about, I think, what album? Maybe like around like Evermore time, Folklore. I feel like once it got to those albums, it really started to drag. And, the film is almost 3 hours long. So It's crazy. And I think Beyonce's is almost 3 hours long as well. I think it's like 2.5 hours. I highly recommend you guys go check out these lovely ladies' concert films, even the one that I have yet to see. Be sure to subscribe and let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite concert film or artist documentary. We accept both answers in the comments. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out this video right here about live stream concerts and why I feel like they're another great option to concert films, and why I also feel like they might be another common occurrence like concert films. And I pray you all have a blessed rest of your day and have an awesome rest of your week. Peace out.